welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be giving you all 4 tips on how to pass the Gace admissions test. I wanted to make this video because, and I hope you guys are not like too distracted by the glare on my glasses. I need this for the style and I need to see at the same time. So anyways, I wanted to make this video because I made a previous video last year on me passing the Gace admissions test, and now I want to give you all tips. I feel like I've gotten enough questions about it and I'm saying the same thing, so I just decided to put it into one video. If you see me looking down, that's me looking at my notes, and I need y'all to take y'all notes too. So go ahead and get y'all a pen, a notebook, because we about to study. We about to get into this so we can pass this test, okay? All right, so tip number 1. Study, 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 okay? I know this is probably like an obvious tip, like, why do I have to study? I can just take it, like it's not a big deal. No, I thought that too, and it is a big deal, especially when your money is going into these tests. And so what I would suggest is to focus on the areas that you need help in the most. So if you know that you're good in math but you struggle writing essays, or you struggle in the language arts area, take the time out to study those areas first. That way you'll be able to build your knowledge and feel confident in it before you actually take the test. Also, this was one of the things that helped me so much, and a lot of you guys comment under my videos and say, what can I do to study? What can I use to study? And I would tell you that getting the Gace test prep interactive workbook online, it's like right when you go on the Gace website, you're going to register for your test, and then it has like options where you can use the resources, and it should be on there, all the test preps for every single area you can have to help you study. This helped me so much, guys. Like, it wasn't until I purchased the interactive book online, and it's like $18. You can literally go in there every day and retake the test, and it's like the closest sample to the actual real test. Now, it does have the same exact format, like the same exact questions. It doesn't switch the questions, but it allows you to be able to know the type of questions that they're asking for. So if you failed it the first time you took it, and then you're like, how did I fail it? Because once you take the exam, you just submit it, but you need to understand what you did wrong. And so having this interactive notebook can help you go back into the questions that you got wrong and how to actually get the right answer, what to look for, because it tells you what the right answer is. So don't just think that if you take it, you just need to take this test prep practice one time. No, use it to your advantage, because the more you take it, the more you get comfortable with the way that they're formatting their tests. And so that's another thing that I actually was looking on. And then I also looked on Khan Academy. And so my area that I struggled in was writing, and so I actually went into Khan Academy and looked up things like pronouns, subject-verb agreement. So Khan Academy is really good for going back to the basics, going over stuff that you probably forgot about, because honestly, y'all, in school we learn so much at once, you might forget. And if you're taking it and you are transitioning from a different profession, like I know not everybody goes to college the traditional way. If you're doing it non-traditionally and you're older, you're gonna forget some things you learned when you were in high school, okay? That's just normal. And so Khan Academy really helped me refresh on my knowledge and my skills. That way I was able to understand exactly what the test makers were asking for. Lastly, for this point, I also used YouTube. And so YouTube really helped me with my writing in the essay. And what I basically did was I looked up, it was this one guy that posted how to write the essay in 30 minutes. And that was so great for me, guys, because the essay is 2 essay portions on the writing test, and you need to do each essay. One was like persuasive, the other one was informative, and you need to do both of the essays in 30 minutes. What? I've never written an essay in 30 minutes. Well, I need to brainstorm, I need to do this. So basically, it was helpful to be able to watch his video on how to break everything down and actually break down the planning and make sure you cite in it. So I'm going to link that video down below because he was very helpful. And if you're struggling on your writing test, look at his video, y'all. I promise you, and practice it. Actually do it on your own too, because it's very helpful. It's very beneficial. Oh, I almost forgot to mention this, but you can also ask for tutoring with your professors and your instructors. Ask them for help, or ask around in your major and see if they have any classes or any workshops. I know at my school at ASU, we had, I don't know if we had them this year, but we had like workshops, Gace workshops, where we'll have instructors, like our own professors, teach us for a whole Saturday on the tips and everything to learn how to master the test. And so ask your instructors, your professors, and also ask your classmates that are in your major if y'all can have study groups and study together. Y'all all have to pass together, so it makes sense if y'all all just, study together. Okay, so number 2, know yourself and know the test. The test is broken down into 3 different parts: math, reading, and writing. And so it's good to know yourself, to know your strengths and your weaknesses, but you should also know how the test goes. And so if you know that you're going to be tired when you take this test and it's early in the morning, it might not be best to take all 3 parts at once. Because if you know that you don't have good enough attention span, then it doesn't behoove you. It doesn't make sense for you to take all 3 tests at once. You might want to take one at a time, or take 2 and just do the other one later. Because I know for me, just personally, my story, I took all 3 at once just because I wanted to get it over with, but I end up doing very poorly on the writing, because by the time I got to my writing test, which was my last test, I was about ready to give up. My brain was already fried and I was done. Like, I was done for the day. And so it would be good to just come with a fresh brain, with a fresh mind, already knowing what you're going to be studying. So it's easier to just focus on your strengths. If you know that you're good in math and you want to take that first, that section first, do that. If you figure out that, okay, my reading and my writing, I could just take those 2 together and just spend all my time studying on that section, then do that, because you want to make sure that you're not retaking the test, because it actually costs money, guys. It costs money. Another important thing to remember is that this test is timed, and so you want to make sure that you answer the questions that you know first, and then go back and then answer the other questions that are kind of difficult for you. I want to tell you guys this because I don't know if they tell you this before or after you take the test, but a 250 is a professional passing score. So you want to make sure that you pass professionally, because that's how you're able to get certified. All right, so number 3, do not wait to the last minute to study and to take the test, okay? Like, I waited till the last minute, and I really don't want y'all to do that, because it's really wasting time. You might be scared. You might say, well, I don't know if I'm ready to take it yet, or I don't want to take it. I don't know if I'm going to pass it. But it's better to just do it than to just wait to the last minute and not do it at all. That way, if you do have to retake it, at least you'll have enough time to retake the test, because you have to wait at least 30 days before scheduling to retake another test. And so it's not like you take the test and the next week, if you fail, you retake it. No, you have to wait a whole month to be able to take it over again. And so let's say that you wait till the summer to take it and your application is due in August. You wait to take it in the summer and you don't pass. Not saying this is going to happen, but it's an example. And you don't pass. Now you have to wait a whole nother 30 months. Let's say you don't pass the next time. Now it's bleeding into, the time we were supposed to actually turn this application in. And so I'm just speaking from personal experience, because that's what happened to me. And I feel like if I would have just took the test a little earlier, I wouldn't have to been so stressed out over, oh, I don't know if I'm going to pass it. What if I don't pass it? Then I got to take it over, and it's going to take a whole month for me to take it over. So just make sure that you don't wait to the last minute, because it will relieve you of so much stress, and you could pass it right there on the spot. Like, you don't want to just procrastinate, just get it done. And number 4, the last tip is do not overthink it, okay? Like, I know this test is so much weight on this test, and I know it's like you want to pass it and you want to, you know, get into the program, but don't stress, like, don't over stress yourself out. This test is similar to the SAT for all my high school students, and there actually is a score that you can make to actually exempt from taking this test. I don't know it at this moment, but I will leave it in the description box below, because I need to make sure that I get that information for you guys, so you will know that you don't need to take this test. If you don't need to take it, you're blessed. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know that information, and I'm saying it's similar to the SAT because it's just basic reading, writing, and math, but it's like so much that goes into it that makes it more complicated. So that's why I'm saying don't stress out about it, okay? Please don't. And if you study for the test, if you eat breakfast before you go in and take it, if you get a lot of rest before you go take this test, and if you listen to these tips that I'm telling you, you're gonna pass. You're going to pass. You're going to pass, especially if you study. If you study, and if you just don't rush it, and if you just pace yourself and actually go through the questions and allow yourself to actually think and comprehend the information, you're going to pass. Just believe in yourself, guys. Believe in yourself. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't be lazy. I'm speaking from personal experience. Don't be lazy. And you all will pass, okay? So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I really wanted to make sure that it was short, sweet, to the point. So, you know, if you have any more questions, please make sure you leave it in my comments down below, and please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you want any more videos or anything else like this, and I'll be sure to get it to you. I'll see you all in my next video.